Hey everyone, Robert Ferringo here with your free play video for Wednesday, October 2nd. Be sure to check me out at www.docsports.com. That's www.docsports.com. So Wednesday, today the big news, obviously in the sports betting world, is the start of hockey season. It might not be big news anywhere, actually, inside or outside of the gambling world. It might not even be big news in the hockey world. I kid. I'm actually excited that hockey is back. It's a nice under-the-radar sport to make some money in. Really, it's a money line sport, which is nice because other than the occasional puck line, you just got to pick a winner. It's not as frustrating as last week in the NFL. My two top plays, my teams won, but they did not cover the spread. It's nice having another, and we have basketball coming up, college and pro, two more spread sports where you can be oh so close and you can have the game nailed only to have a team sneak in the back door. It's nice not having to deal with that with hockey. If you pick a winner, they win, you win, nice and easy. It's a nice change of pace to the rest of the fall and winter sports. So I'm excited about it. I have plays in 3 of the 4 games tonight. That's actually kind of rare for me. Everyone who has played with me in the past knows that I'm a really aggressive player. It's kind of a fundamental piece of the Ferringo system, but hockey is one of those sports where I'm not as aggressive, I'll say. I'm generally a 1 or 2 play a day guy, and there's reasons for that I'll get into as the season goes on. I mean, 90 degrees out and we have hockey, and it feels like the Stanley Cup was like 3 weeks ago. And we have 8 more months to talk hockey, so I don't want to burn all my material here tonight. But look, 7 out of 10 winning years. If I hadn't mentioned that, or if I have, let me mention it again. 7 out of 10 winning years. I have done well in hockey over the long term, just like I have done well in all of my sports over the long term. So make sure you jump in, take advantage of our best prices of the season. It was a win last night in the WNBA. That was the only play that I had because I passed on the Major League Baseball game. And I'm glad I did pass. I put it right in my write-up why I passed. All the value on last night's game was on Milwaukee as the underdog, and they should have won that game. It was a pretty epic collapse by them in the 9th inning. It was fun to watch, not having any money on the game, just being able to watch it as a fan. That was pretty intense. But all the value was on Milwaukee, and they were the better team for 8 innings of that game. However, Washington won. So if you bet on Milwaukee, you lost. But I said right in there, I was like, I'm not laying 1.5 runs. I'm not playing the run line on a home team. And the reason for that is simple. They get one less at bat. You're already hamstringing yourself when you take run line home teams. That's not to say never take run line home teams. I do it plenty. But in the playoffs, it's a little bit more of a dicey proposition when games are generally tighter, lower scoring. And that one at bat can make a big difference. So pass on last night in Major League Baseball. Winner in the WNBA. That's now back-to-back, 5 out of 7. I'm finishing strong in the WNBA, just like I told you that I would, just because it's an under-the-radar sport and not a lot of people are paying attention right now. That doesn't mean that I'm going to be mailing it in. As clients, you paid for WNBA service. I am working diligently in the WNBA. No more games until Sunday. Honestly, I'm at the point where I just want this season to end. I want to get a winning season, take it, and run away with it, and be done with WNBA until next summer. Because there's a lot of other things going on. All right, you came for a free play. Let's give you a free play. In keeping with our hockey theme, we're going with the one game that I didn't play. It was actually the last play off the card. I like this play. I backed off of it just because the way I scaled my picks tonight, I have one top play, and then I have 3 smaller plays. My night will be determined by how that top play goes. And I didn't want to add this game into it because then I needed combinations of things to happen and like that. But I do like this play. Give me Washington, number 3, Washington, plus 130 over St. Louis. I know, pretty nuts, right? Betting against the defending Stanley Cup champions on their home ice in their opener. Well, one of the things I've noticed, and I've seen this in a variety of sports, in professional sports, is that, all of the pregame in this game tonight is going to be celebrations of last year, raising the banner. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be a distraction is what it is, okay? It's great pumps up the home crowd. But I really feel like situations like this are a distraction for the home team, and I think that that's going to work against St. Louis. Also, they're facing the team that won the Stanley Cup 2 years ago, Washington. They had to sit through all of this at home last year, all of the emotion and the salutations greeting them as champions. I don't think they're going to be too happy about having to do it 2 years in a row. Only this year they're watching another team raise a banner that they raised 12 months ago. So I think Washington's going to have a little bit of a emotional edge here, as a matter of fact, and a little bit of a motivational edge here. And look, momentum does not carry over from season to season, okay? St. Louis went on a fantastic run in the second half of last year. And it's primarily still the same team. So, they're not going to fall off the map by any stretch of the imagination. Look, they were the 5th seed out in the West last year. They got hot in the playoffs, and they did their thing, all right? And they won it in 7 games. They barely won the Cup. That's not going to carry over to this year. If anything, they could have a little bit of a letdown. Washington is 14-4 in their last 18 games against teams from the Western Conference. They play very well against teams from the West, and they are 5-2 in their last 7 games against St. Louis. The 2 wins that St. Louis got, they both came last year, so they swept the series last year. So a little extra motivational edge for Washington. So, yeah, give me Washington. It's good value on the underdog here. They're not used to being in this underdog role, so I think there's a little bit of added value there. So that's it. Check back tomorrow. I'll have a lot more football as I talk about what's going on this week. In the meantime, carpe diem and good luck.